be similar to one of the homework problems, where for problem 5. But instead of A and B, we're using X and Y. Instead of 4, we're using 3. All right, so we want to see if when we go ahead and work this out, it should come out to be if we expanded this. Well, let's see if it is, if that works. So basically when we establish something, it's similar to a proof, but it's not as formal. We're just trying to show that these two really are equal by working them out. So we start with a summation of I equals 0 to 3 for 3 factorial, I factorial times 3 minus I factorial x 3 minus I y to the I. Okay, so we do this part first. So we're looking at 0. So wherever I is, we put 0. So this would be 3 factorial over 0 factorial times 3 minus 0 factorial x to the 3 minus 0 y to the 0 plus, now we're doing 1. So wherever 1 is for 1, we put I wherever 1, wherever I is. So this would be 3 factorial over 1 factorial, 3 minus 1 factorial, x to the 3 minus 1, y to the 1. And then plus, now we're doing 2. 3 factorial over 2 factorial, or, yeah, 2. 3 minus 2 factorial, x to the 3 minus 2, y squared. So we did 0, 1, 2. Now we're only going to 3. So this would be 3 factorial over 3 factorial, 3 minus 3 factorial, x to the 3 minus 3, y to the third. Okay, now review. 3 factorial is 3 times 2 times 1. 3 times 2 is 6 times 1 is 6. 0 factorial, that's 1. 1 factorial, that's 1. So we have here 3 factorial, we said that's 6. 1 factorial, we said that 0 factorial, we said that's 1. 3 minus 0, that's 3 factorial. So 3 factorial, we said that was 6. And that'll be 3 minus 0, that's 3x cubed. Y to the 0 is 1, so we can drop the y. Okay, next we go to plus 3 factorial, we said that was 6. 1 factorial, that's 1. 3 minus 1, that's 2 factorial. Well, 2 factorial is 2 times 1, that's 2. X to the 3 minus 1 is 2 squared. Y plus 3 factorial is 6. 2 factorial is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1 factorial, that's 1. X to the 3 minus 2, that's 1. X to the first, y squared. And then the last one, 3 factorial is 6. 3 factorial is 6. 3 minus 3 is 0 factorial, so that's 1. 3 minus x to the 3 minus 3, that's x to the 0 power, so we can drop that because that's just 1 y cubed. So here we can simplify. 6 can go into 6, so that's 1, so that's just x cubed. Plus 2 can go into 6, that's 3. So that's 3x squared y. And here that'll be 3 x y squared. And then here this is the 6's can cancel and we just get y cubed. Okay. So now if we can get this x plus y, parentheses, the quantity of x plus y cubed to be the same as this, then we've established it. So x plus y q, we're talking about x plus y times x plus y times x plus y. And so we FOIL this first part. We get x squared plus 2xy plus y squared plus x plus y. And then we distribute the x in each one of these. So that's x times x squared, that's x cubed. X times 2xy, that's plus 2x squared y. And then plus x times y squared, that's xy squared. Now we distribute the y. Y times x squared is x squared y. Y times 2xy is plus 2xy squared. Y times y squared is y cubed. Oops. Y cubed. There we go. So we end up with x cubed plus, okay, and we've got 2x squared and a 1x squared y and a 1x squared y, so that's 3x squared y, y. Well, here we've got xy squared and 2xy squared, so that's 3x y squared, and then plus y cubed. So we've got x cubed plus 3x squared y plus 3xy squared plus y cubed. So we've established it. And that's, you're going to do basically the same thing with the homework problem, except for yours is going to be a little bit longer. And that's the end of this video. Have a good day.